I thought about my godson who's in San Juan de los Lagos, and we were talking the other day, and there was his mom happened to see some text messages that were being passed around that he was on this thread, and these boys were going back and forth, and they were saying some really, like hurtful things, right? And I think that I asked him, I said, hey, how are things going? I said, I tried to like not let him know that I knew about this text thread, but his mom was worried, right? Because there's a lot of bullying happening in that city, in that little town. It's like a little ranch, right? Not really a ranch, but it's like a small little town. He's like, I said, how are things at school? He's like, well, they're all right. I said, well, it's just you and I talking. I said, how's school going? And he said some word. I mean, we're talking in Spanish, so he said some word. I don't even know what the word means. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I have to go like look it up, right? And the word that he said in Spanish, what I didn't know at the time, he said, I feel unliked.
Mm,
And man, I'm opening my translator. I'm trying to translate it while, because I'm trying to pretend like I know what he's talking about, but I don't really know. So I'm like, and then when I read the word in English, I was like, oh, and just what does that feel like? I know what it feels like actually. So I felt it immediately. I'm like, what does it feel like for a 12, 13-year-old to feel unliked? You know? And there's
mm,
only so much a family can tell you that how beautiful, special, how talented you are, that you believe what the family says. But it's different when you go to a place where the energy you get from the people around you is just that you're not, they don't see it. They don't see the brilliance and the beauty in you. That place of not seeing it means more than the place that sees it all the time. And it's tricky. So I knew that I couldn't tell him, "Oh, you're liked." I had to be like, I had to really just learn more. Like, what tell me what that look like, And so it
mm,
was really a beautiful conversation to have with him, and not speaking from a place of just kind of like, let me just put some, let me put some facade on this feeling, right? How do I just listen to him? So yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for talking about that.
mm.
Laughing
Poor,
at myself.
yeah,
Yeah.
poor guy. I mean, I have been. I think I don't want to say like all of us, but I think all of us have been in a way. We have experienced that, and it's just like this deep feeling that we want to connect and to feel and to know that we belong, and we're gonna do whatever we have to do in order for us to feel like we belong, right? And so for me, it was like super like mind blowing just knowing the difference between fitting in and belonging, and that made me
Mm.
super aware of the places where I was, and the groups that I was going to and the friends that I was spending time with. I mean, it was just like, do I know or do I experience that I belong here, or do I feel like I fit in and I'm aware and just like super anxious about what I'm wearing or what I'm saying or how I sit, like I'm just like super aware of it. So yesterday I also recorded a podcast with another guy here in Monterrey, and he told me like something practical about how to discern in which places or with which people do I belong to. And I was like, do you feel like super aware? If you don't, like, if I'm in my house, like I don't mind being in my PJs. I don't mind like not looking good at all. Maybe if my hair is like a little messy, I'll just put a hat on or something. But I think that's something specific. And if a school is small, like there's not a lot of people sometimes, so it's just like I need to survive. And in my conferences I always talk about this Hercules song that I love, and he says, I will go almost anywhere to feel like I belong. And that's just like, do I need to, like, I don't know, like push people away that I love, or go to places that I don't want to, or listen to music that I don't like? Like, I don't care. Like, I just want to belong. And that's hard.
That's powerful. That's powerful. I will go almost anywhere to feel like I belong. And I imagine if, as I think about like the young people who I talk to, and I would say they probably would say, and I'll do almost anything. Because what we experience here, what I'm experiencing here in the Bay Area where I live is, marijuana is legalized, and there's so many young people who are. I've been in a class at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and kids are out of their minds. Like you're like, dude, you can't. Hey, you got to sit up. And then when they finally sit up, you're like, oh, your body is here, but you're not here. You know what I'm saying? And so like maybe it was my choice, or maybe I allowed myself to be like, oh, well, if my friends are doing it, then I have to do it. The pressure to fit in, the pressure to, if I want to belong, I got to take a hit. If I want to
Mm,
belong, I got to take a drink. If I want to belong, I got to say these words. How much more does that cause the pressure on us, on our young people, and on us and on adults, on everyone in a world where everywhere we go, we got the people's, we got people's opinion being offered without being asked for,